Star Wars: The Old Republic is a game full of romances. It doesn't matter if they're the old romances or the new romances. I'm going to be talking about my favorite romances, starting at the worst, all the way up to the best. This is all in my opinion, of course. This is just going to be a countdown of the romances that I played personally, and my thoughts on them both regularly and from notes that I found in my phone from 4:51 yesterday morning. Because I guess I was trying to think of video ideas then when I woke up in the middle of the night, wrote that down, and left it for myself, and it was too funny to not go through with 100%. So, let the countdown begin. At number 13, we have Aric Jorgan. Pros. None. Cons. All. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 in the morning. 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. Thirsty Catman. My coherent thoughts on him. I just don't like his vibes. He looks like he would hate crime me, not gonna lie. Overall rating, 0 out of 10. Number 12 is Dark Side Jaesa. Pros, she's pretty. Her eyes look cool, and I do really like her makeup. I didn't write it, but it's true. Cons, too many. There is too many cons there to make a relationship with her worth it. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 in the morning. Why does she hate Vette so much? Crying emoji. I get it. Jealousy or something, but this is also aggro. I'm like, LOL. Don't remember if I stayed with that guy or killed him. Or both. She scares me. ×2. My coherent thoughts on her. I know 100% she could beat me up. She still scares me. Overall rating, 2 out of 10. Number 11 is Doc. Oh my god. Pros. His last ever conversation with my chess knight was sweet. Cons, this should be obvious. This should really be obvious. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 a.m. Sir, why are you all eyes emoji for the Jedi Knight? Homie, she's a whole Jedi. And you flirt while the people of Balmora are dying? My coherent thoughts on him. I hope that sums it up. I really hope that sums it up. Overall rating is surprisingly a 2 out of 10. Number 10 is Theron Shan. Pros. He's a Shan. Pretty nice most of the time. He dresses nice. Cons. He betrayed me right after Malavai did. It wasn't a fun week. I was playing both Warrior and the expansion at the same time. Lesson learned. Double betrayal, double heartbreak. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 a.m. He loved his jacket more than me, with a frowny face. My coherent thoughts on him? He's alright. That's how I feel. I don't hate him, but I don't love him. Overall rating, 5 out of 10. He earned it. And number 9 is Andronikos Revel. Pros, he gives you a sword. He gives you a whole sword. Cons, he just isn't the nurturing type. Not the best to marry. He would get cold feet. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51. Not bad, just thirsty. Pirate. My coherent thoughts on him. Yeah, I still feel the same as 4:51 a.m. me. Not gonna lie. Overall rating, also 5 out of 10. Number 8 is Tharan Cedrax. Pros, he's really funny and just the better of all Jedi romances. Cons, still kinda thirsty and loves a literal hologram over you. And there's not a full romance for him. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 a.m. I love you, Theron, but you really had to pick a 2D girl over me? Crying emoji. My coherent thoughts on him. I really wish we had a full romance with him. He really does seem interested in Jedi Consular. But, holiday. Overall rating, 7 out of 10. Number 7 is Arcann. Pros, fantastic character arc and development. Cons, his name is hard to spell. I always put 2 A's at the end instead of 2 N's. Also, the whole freezes you for 5 years thing. What I wrote in my notes: enemies to lovers, solid redemption arc. Honestly, very sweet. I have no complaints. My coherent thoughts on him. He really is a sweet romance option. His development is amazing. Also, he's got that Phantom of the Opera vibes going on with that half-scarred face, you know, the whole mask thing. Overall rating, 8 out of 10. Number 6 is Malavai Quinn. Pros, he's really sweet and kind of clueless, but I don't know. I love him. I made a lore for him and my warrior. Cons, betrayal. Also, why is his way of like making it up to you afterwards so thirsty? What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 a.m. Hi, I love you a lot. But why did you love Varys more though? SOS emoji. Droman Koss, Jen looking MF. My coherent thoughts on him. He is super good looking, not gonna lie. I'll admit to it. Yes, I am a lesbian. Yes, I feel this way. We exist. Overall rating, 9 out of 10. Number 5 is Light Side Jaesa. Pros, she's such a sweetheart and really cute. Cons, you only get a short moment with her as a female warrior, and I don't have another male warrior that I romance her on. So, what I wrote in my notes from 4 a.m. A sweetie, but I wish we got more than one kiss with a female warrior. My coherent thoughts on her. I love her so much that my spam account on Instagram is Jaesa Wilson. Overall rating, 9 out of 10. Number 4 is Corso Riggs. Pros, everything. Everything is a pro. Cons, sometimes you don't get sparkles, like the blaster that it gives to you. My friend played through the romance and didn't get sparkles, even though they romanced him all the way. I don't understand why. He also gets mean if you flirt with others, but it's funny, so I do it sometimes when I'm bored. Please don't judge me, I'm on my 3rd playthrough with Smuggler right now. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 a.m. He gave me blasters! Sparkles and flashy, my beloved! My coherent thoughts on him. I can't say case match, so Corso, I love you, sir. Overall rating, 10 out of 10. Number 3 is Torian Cadera. Pros, everything once again. Cons, I literally can't even think of one. But I wrote in my notes. Torian ×2. He was so sweet. I love him for that. Crying emoji in an SOS emoji. My coherent thoughts on him. Yeah, Yeah. Overall rating, 10 out of 10. Number 2 is Vette. Pros, she's really sweet and really funny. Cons, none. Why would you ever be mean to her? How could you look at her and play the mean playthrough? I can't. What I wrote in my notes from 4:51 in the morning. One of my absolute favorites so far. Very sweet, very wonderful, 10 out of 10. I love her so much. My coherent thoughts on her. I really wish we could have a female romance with her, but I just love Vette so much. She's adorable. Overall rating, as I said before, 10 out of 10. And this brings us to number 1, which is Lana Beniko. Pros, Lana Beniko. No, I'm just kidding. She's so sweet and caring, even if she doesn't want it to show. Cons, none. Never say Miss Beniko has flaws. what I wrote in my notes from 4:51 in the morning. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love. Yeah. My coherent thoughts on her. I'm so happy that we have such a great women-loving woman romance option. I'm grateful for Lana every day. She's been my favorite since I started playing The Old Republic in 2016. I love her. Overall rating is 11 out of 10. And to wrap this whole thing up, I have an honorable mention, which is Risha. Pros, look at her smile. She's so cute. She's so pretty. Cons, you can only romance around men. My coherent thoughts on her. I fully 100% believe Risha is a lesbian facing compet, and I have a whole essay on my Tumblr about this. It feels morally wrong to romance her on a male smuggler, so I'll never do it. That's why she isn't in the ranking, because I haven't played through her romance. I really want an option for a female smuggler to romance her, but I just don't think that will ever happen. So I will just draw her with my female smuggler and pretend. Overall rating is 10 out of 10. And that's it.